So you guys are back in America now. Last time you were here, you were touring with Florence, if I understand correctly. How's it feel to be back in America at this point?
It's great to be back. I mean, we did, you know, the point of this tour really was that we've been to America a few times over the years, but never really done a full set of shows by ourselves, like headline shows. So this tour, yeah, was just to kind of get that going and do it, you know, so yeah.
Are there any cities you guys are looking forward to in particular?
There's a lot of, I mean, it's 3 weeks of touring. I don't know, what are you looking forward to?
I know the whole thing kind of feels pretty novelty to us. This is our first US tour, so I've been excited about this since we sort of started hatching the plan. So I don't want to put any of my eggs in any particular basket. I'm just going to enjoy the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Last time you were with Florence, and you guys are pretty good friends with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was it kind of touring as a supporting act, but also with such a close friend?
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, her and the gang made it pretty easy for us, you know, so it was, sometimes on those sort of tours where it's so big, like the scale of everything, it can be quite, as a support band, it can be quite separated and uncomfortable, but you know, it was a tour, yeah, it was pretty.
And there are venues where you're kind of in a sea of car parks, you know, there's nothing, so you kind of, it makes a big, yeah, it makes a difference if you're looking forward and you want to hang out with people and so it was great. And all of them were very generous to us, and it was so nice to watch someone that you care about do so well. It's not very often that happens, I wouldn't have thought.
Cool. So when you guys are on the tour bus, is there anything that you guys do in particular to kind of fight off cabin fever, kill the time, or?
It got pretty cabin fevery this morning when Tom, our guitar tech, is I don't know, he knows more about folk music, but we pulled up at this truck stop and it's like 10 in the morning or something, and he was blaring this, I don't know, it's like a homage to hair growing or something. I have no idea. I was trying to watch a documentary and so yeah, I think you need someone with an extraordinary and extensive knowledge of fruit-based folk music, and that'll get you through.
Cool. So last year, Given to the Wild came out. In the year in general, what were the highlights? A lot of things happened for you guys. Is there anything that sticks out for you?
There was a lot of things. I mean, the whole thing right from the start of the year of this record, you know, we didn't know when we'd finished the record, we weren't kind of sure of where it was going to fit in and how it was going to work for us. And it kind of, everything just slotted into place, and it was exciting the whole way through, you know. And we did things like we toured Australia for the first time, you know, came back, did an American tour, did some big shows in England that, you know, on scales we hadn't done before, and there's a lot, you know, a lot of festivals. We probably did like 30 festivals, and I don't know, that's kind of, you know, just touring a lot, and just the fact that it's quite nice to feel like there's a progression in the excitement and fun of touring, you know, rather than it becoming like, we've been touring now 3 records, and it just feels like it gets better every time. So that's the kind of,
cool.
That is the highlight.
So you guys did produce your last album. Is that a route you guys see yourselves like taking for the next album or in the future?
Yeah, it's shaping up that way. I mean, we didn't intend to do the last one ourselves, and it was a kind of, you know, we started doing the record with someone else that didn't really work out, and ended up finishing it ourselves, which was kind of an awakening to us of like, we know what we want now, and it's, you know, it's easier to do it yourself when you've got, when you, and it's nice to have that sort of confidence. I think that's one of the things that came with it, and realising, you know, the way we sort of finished the record ourselves made us realise, you know, oh, then we can do this, you know, and yeah, so we're looking at, with this record, we've got a studio in London that's like a it's a proper recording studio, and we're gonna try and do it all there.
It's currently got Hugo found a parachute on eBay or something. We've got this like draped on the ceiling, and every morning that I wake up I have this, you know that thing when you walk out the house and you can't remember if you left the hob on? I kind of have that about the studio.
As it burned down.
Yeah. Because this, I mean, I imagine parachutes to go like that, you know, like the paper of those Italian...
I think they're fireproof parachutes.
Why would they be
When
when
why
you
would
got
they?
like
Hanging on ceilings.
Schwarzenegger parachute
Close
goes
to
through
life.
fire. Rambo
Yeah,
shoot.
they're not fireproof, are they? So yeah, so we might not have a studio. Therefore our plans will change.
Yeah. But come begging.
What's the most difficult part of the recording process for you guys?
Arguing. Just because everyone it's not like an argument where there's a loser. It's just everyone wants for the best thing, and then for the best thing.
Yeah, it's good. I mean that's the way we work as a band. Really, everything, every detail of everything is kind of argued, and that's how it happens. You know, the writing, recording, everything, and that's just the way it is with us. You know, like as long as we make music together, that's the way we make music and we do. You know, it just turns out that way.
Okay, so I know you guys mentioned too that you're into British Sea Power and Leonard Cohen and stuff like that. How easily do you find that the music that you like and like listen to affects your guys' writing, especially with the new album coming out?
That's a hard one. I mean, I spent most of the last year and afterwards, or when we were doing our records, just listening to things, and still, you know, now just listening to things that are as far detached as possible, really. You know, simple things without lots of things going on. And so yeah, I don't know how it affects it. I suppose it always subconsciously, you know, has whatever you're into at the time. But I don't know. Hopefully nothing's too direct.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the last things here, just 2013 in general. What is it both of you guys? What kind of plans do you have beyond this tour?
This is the only tour of the year for us.
Okay.
And we're making records. That is the plan. And it's a tough plan to achieve in the amount of time. Like, it feels like we're quite slow at writing, and so if we do pull it off, it will be the quickest we've ever written and made a record. So yeah, we'll just be locked up in the studio.
The more we talk about it, the more it just sounds like a total impossibility.
Yeah.
So all we do is argue about what the best way about going about something is, and then lie to ourselves about how possible it is to do it in the time. It's just, that sounds mental, right? Yeah. So that's us for this year.
Yeah.